3, 2, 1.
What's up, everyone? Dan here, Crypto Capital Venture, April 13th, 2018. What a week it has been. Another week in the books in terms of crypto. Of course, I'm going to cover Litecoin today. How could I not? But what a week. So much news, especially for Litecoin. 10x, Abra, eGifter, Lightning Network. The list, it just keeps going on and on. Trying to set up a node for the Lightning Network. I'm trying to record that process so I can show all of you. Working on it. Tougher than I thought it would be. But once it's done, I promise I will update you. Let's look at what's going on in terms of price. Remember the other day I did a video because I just saw a bunch of buy indicators, and we have been extremely oversold. And timing wise, it just looked good. So you remember the other day I did that video, and right now I guess we can use, let's go over to the 1 hour chart for reference to this. But I did the video probably right around, it was on the 11th, right around 114.80 or so. So right down there. And since then, since we got all those buy signals, I mean, we at one point were up over 16%. I could say that would have been a phenomenal time to place a trade, to get in, especially if you've been buying the dip down here. Why not? Obviously, we're not out of the woods. We might fall below this line. We might break the symmetrical triangle on the downside. It's a possibility. But in the meantime, why not look out for these indicators? Why not look out for what's going on? So that's that. Right now, we're really zoomed in. We're on the 1 hour. We don't normally do that, but I want to. But let's start at the weekly, just to really give us a nice broad picture of what's going on. You can see that we are in the symmetrical triangle nicely. We have a couple green weekly bars, which is, it's good to see. Especially we want to firm up support here at the bottom of this triangle so we don't break it. And you can actually see this line right here is just because I've personally just been tracking another, just a mini symmetrical triangle of lower highs and higher lows kind of forming, and it can give us an indication, and paired up with other momentum oscillators, we can get an idea of maybe where Litecoin will move. So there it is on the daily. So on the daily, you can remember the other day I talked about a couple things. I really looked at the RSI. We were somewhere around down here. We had the K line moving above the D line. That was one of the indicators we've got. We are still seeing kind of an upward momentum trend on the stock RSI, kind of approaching that 80 line, that overbought line, but I'm not too concerned about that just because of how oversold we still are on the weekly, and that's the stock RSI. So on the RSI, I'm happy about the fact that we're well above the 40 right now, because really, you've heard me talk about this a lot, is kind of staying in a channel above the 40 line. So I'm just happy that we're finally back above it and we're not kind of down here bouncing around. Now the key that we can look out for maybe over the next couple days or so is if we retest that 40 and to see if we can bounce off of it. And in doing so, we might bounce off of this, the support down here. And I'm moving that line, I don't want to do that. But this is the 4 hour chart, just so you know. But so in testing that 40 line on the RSI, what would we be testing down here in terms of support? But it could be one of these higher lows that we formed, and that's why I have this 4 hour chart open right now, is because here is that triangle that I've just been watching that has been forming these higher lows. We've got these lower highs. So right now I'm looking at this line right here, and let's go to the hourly. I put a line here, this line right here at around 137, showing some resistance. So it would be nice, it would be a nice mini indicator if we can show some upward momentum and break this lower high right here and form a new high up here. So that's what I'm looking for in terms of, if you want to talk about technical analysis charts. And somebody asked me on Twitter how close on the symmetrical triangle we are to the 80%. And I did it real quick. We're May 1st would be the 80% line. So we're around 70% right now. And interestingly enough, we're just in this mini triangle. So some cool things to look out for if you're into watching the charts and anticipating certain moves. We definitely got it right the other day, which was fun. It was cool to see that. So that's my update for you on Litecoin today. Let me know how you're handling this. I feel like prices are very cheap right now. We could go lower. Nobody knows. Of course, I will never sit here and kind of act like I know, because I definitely don't. I'm just always prepared to buy those dips, and I love anticipating what's going on. But with everything being said in terms of price, the adoption, all the news going on right now for Litecoin is really exciting. It's awesome to be a part of it, and you're a part of it with me, and that makes it pretty cool. So I appreciate all of you. If you're not a subscriber, please subscribe. I'd love to have you as part of the Crypto Capital Venture channel. You all are awesome, and I'll see you in the next video, and God bless.